What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time we completed the second investigation of Case 4, and we found some evidence that's going to help us get Edward declared innocent. And hopefully it's not going to go like last time because we got fucking wrecked by Von Karma. Well, let's just not save because that'd be a waste of time. Let's just continue on. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Well, straight on to the court. No need for going through the defendant lobby. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Now, the cunt is silent, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Still silent, eh? Very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Whoa, you sure are a confident one, aren't you? Order, order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes, we have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Is that mysterious boat shop owner? Probably. Hey, he's sleeping. Witness, state your profession. What about his name? No. I am the owner of the restaurant at the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also ran boats. By the way, why the fuck does Von Karma just snap his fingers? Like, is that a hobby of his? Like those fucking rock stars just snapping their own fingers? Snapping their own fingers. Learn to speak English, dude. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yup, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Object. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! Isn't that like one of the rules of court proceedings that you need to state? The witness needs to state his name? I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. So I will wag my little finger. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Could he please stop falling asleep? Well, I'm not really sure, yup. He became Von Karma, okay. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well, let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness. Witness testimony the night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I ran boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just afloat on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and the man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Must you object to everything, dude? There's nothing to question my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Actually, it's 3 minutes 45 seconds, 46, 47. Yes, Mr. Wright. Dude, we're obviously gonna cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Rah! Whoa, calm down. It's not that serious, okay? Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examination the night of the murder. I ordered not to press because he was being vague on that last statement. Who walked by your window, cunt? I mean, old man, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Daddy. By your window. Yup, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. That is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. Well, whenever Von Karma laughs, obviously. That man was... that man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's... Wait, oh my god, I'm doing the Von Karma voice. God damn it, I'm messing up a lot. That man was... For fuck's sake, God damn it. That man was the defendant. He was saying I can't believe he's dead. If I know Von Karma, he spent time preparing the witness. I'm not gonna find contradictions very easily in this testimony. It's tough being a lawyer. I mean, if you play this game, you're probably gonna think that being a lawyer is easy as hell. It's about then, a man walks by, does the defendant. Where's your proof? Are you sure? Nope, he's asleep. Uh-oh. Daddy? Here he wakes up. That's certain, Keith. He said I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. Oh shit. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh, he died. Rip old man. Poor guy. I would have liked to taste his noodles once. Actually, probably not. He looks senile, so they had probably gone bad by that time. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining, so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Raising objection. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. I wag my finger at you. That removes your contradiction. It is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Obviously object more. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... we need evidence, don't we? Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. My ship sails in the morning. Wow, that's an old-ass reference. The witness may leave the stand. Just fucking sleeping. The bailiff is dragging him. Like, where am I? This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. Oh shit, we got the guilty verdict. Oops, sorry Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Well, we did our best, Edgeworth. Sorry. Wait! Who is it? Von Karma is the only calm one. We're like, oh, what's that just now? Me! Huh? What? Hey, Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Yep. Larry's gonna be our big break, boys. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting right here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. This is just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Yeah, Larry coming in to save the day. It was my last time, now it's Larry. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I highly doubt that. You're so old, it's probably happened before. You just don't remember. Old farts. Yeah. Such a lame insult. I'm not sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. he could make things even worse. Mr. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is a witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Yes, it can. Fuck you, Von Karma. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Yeah, dudes, we made it. Well, not really. We just have an opening. Mr. Von Karma, I ordered you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? Throat him. The court will now adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Yay, Larry came in to save the day. December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. God damn it, we keep switching between Defendant Lobby number 2 and Courtroom number 3. Can we just have two things of the same number? Whew, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yup, he told us yesterday. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon on the air tank that night? Yup. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. What happened? Probably just picked it up after the killer jumped off the boat. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. And that, my friends, is why Mickey Mouse wear gloves. All this time, you had no idea. I just explained it to you. Boom! I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Will you keep just... Phoenix, will you stop just repeating the last word that he says, okay? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. Perfectly complete evidence? That's the secret to success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. That someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything depends on Larry now. Oh, lucky us. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Now look at Larry just standing there like, hey, sup, dude. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Just standing there sadly. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Witness testimony the night of the murder. The night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard that bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't know it was the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. Well, is this like a shitty court? In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. I guess that's true. Cross-examination, the night of the murder. See, yep, we know what he found for. That doesn't matter. Just think about going home. I heard this bang. No, I didn't notice the boat. After I heard that single gunshot, you liar. Trying to get Edgeworth found guilty. Lotta said there were 2 gunshots. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Mrs. Lotta testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. Both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? He has no idea what a witness is. Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? This lag, maybe? My radio, dude, on my headphones. What? Oh god, come on, Larry. Thought you were our big break, dude. Fucking failure? Yeah. Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on your phones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Actually, Larry, now in 2017, nobody listens to radio anymore. We all have cell phones and we listen to what music we want, except for those guys in buses that want everyone to listen to their music. Hmm. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Hell yeah, he's going to continue. Your Honor, please allow this witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who does not know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other ways out of this, believe me. Well, he is our only chance, so... Witness testimony, what Larry heard. Alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it really booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at the high volume? Yeah, that's what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Well, yeah, I guess Japanifornia is part of America, so... I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Hell no, it's not. It's our last chance. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard this sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between the songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Cross-examination, what Larry heard. Honestly, though, what did the DJ say? What did he say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. Oh, we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Excuse me, Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when he said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Wait. But this was taken after Christmas. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you'd better know I don't scare that easy. Something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? They just said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. You realize what this means. When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Mrs. Hart's camera. 25th of December, 12:15 a.m. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Yeah. Time to expose the truth. Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard? What do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? What the fuck is with this game's English? Like, mine is horrible, but what about the game? Larry's right. Yeah, he's our only chance, so we have to back him up. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. It's the second photo. Where is it? Really? We just put it here? Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Mrs. Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was said to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Mrs. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with a 15-minute pause between them. Ooh. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? I wag my finger at you. There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose is clear, that meant clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. I don't know, the bullet. Oh, fired 3 times. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now I have realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Wouldn't that make it the 1st shot, though? I don't know. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 15 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 15 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? I remember the case with the Steel Samurai. Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. Obviously. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. So, what is it? What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Disc. So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer than Mr. Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. I wag my finger again. I never get tired of it. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. And there was the gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photograph evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 12:15, but Larry heard the gunshot 15 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who is sitting on this boat. Edgeworth and the murderer. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the disguise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Are you serious, dude? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why I didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name, Wright. It's... We don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50 he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not in the boat? What? Well then where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Yeah, Phoenix is telling us, or talking to himself, you never know. Happened in this place. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Oh yeah, I said there were no other boats, okay. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns to the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, hears a gunshot. Hear the gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Alright. We're doing this, Mr. Wright. What happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh, that's one face you can make, you know, when you're about to be killed. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Robert Hammond. That's a weird name, I just keep getting confused. Then he got into the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? It was obviously the boat shop caretaker. Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. You know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. Create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires a shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Mrs. Hart did exactly that after hearing the first shot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then... Oh, yep. That's the trick he used. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. The judge is like, I see. Somehow looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Well, that was one hell of a case. Like, who the fuck could actually plan that? Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! He's gonna get it. Larry just standing there at the witness stand. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Hey, that's the first time he's been at the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishing so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he has something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I cannot say what it was. Dude, you're about to be declared guilty. Fucking help yourself. Stop it with the secrets. Your Honor, sir. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I see that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Oh, God. Just knew this was gonna happen. Oh, no. Mr. Ron Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare the verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over yet for me. What do you mean? Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth. No, there's so little time left. I love you, Phoenix. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is it this time, Edgeworth? What's it about? It's a nightmare I've had. Memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh shit. God damn it with the cliffhangers. To be continued. Anyway guys, that's it for this episode. I'll see you all next time. Bye.